I'm Major League Fishing Angler Cliff Crochet, and today we're talking angles and attacking shallow cover. Whether it's docks, reeds, willow trees, any type of cover, anywhere in the country, there's a certain way I like to attack it and go at it and fish it. We'll start off on this dock right here, this wharf. You got a walkway, you got pilings, you got wood, you got metal, you got shade, you got a lot going on. What I don't want to do is just cast randomly at it. So when I'm coming up to a piece of cover, I want to get in every little corner. I want to throw my bait to where I think a fish may be hiding. So once as I approach it, once as I get to it, and then once again when I pass it. Just that right angle, that fish sees it a certain way, makes him attack, makes him go get that bait. With a chatterbait, green pumpkin chatterbait, with a Lucky Strike trailer, the first cast might just be a steady retrieve. The second cast, I may reel to it and drop it. But I do different retrieves at different angles. I may burn it and twitch it. I might yo-yo it. I do different things. With all that going on, somewhere along the way, you can find something that sticks. What we're gonna do now is run down the lake to some reeds and some trees and show you how the same principles apply. So I'm coming up to this big willow tree and it got some grass out here. So the first thing I see is that hole in the grass. I'm gonna flip in there, I see that hole. But once we cast everything, we want to hit a different angle. Maybe instead of dropping that bait in there, I'll just swim it through. So once I finish with the grass, I hit all the high points in the grass. Anything that's different, now I'm gonna jump to the tree. So I'm working along, hitting all the key spots. And then as I keep going to the next tree, I'll change my retrieves on different parts of the tree. And like we were talking about earlier, that pattern is gonna come up. And during the day, you'll see that pattern change. But the only way to stay changing the pattern is to try different retrieves. The same rules still apply. Just move down the lake a little bit. Again, possibly my favorite cover to fish, and that's reeds. Change baits, throwing a frog. So first I'm looking at that little corner. I'm looking at that outside pile. I'm looking at that hole, that thick section, and then that point right there. So those are the areas that I think are high percentage, good pinch points that those fish will be in. You want to get to that piece of cover as soon as possible, but you got to have good relationship in the boat speed, how fast you can pick up that line, and how much slack you have in your line as you're working that bait going to the piece of cover. You want to keep everything as close to the reeds as you can, whether you're flipping, frogging. Those reeds are vertical, so I think those fish live. It's almost like a jail cell kind of sort. They're almost in that cage, so you want to keep it as close as you can. That retrieve will just be, 2 or 3 foot, and then I get out. When you put this to use, your buddies might not want to be your buddies no more because you can take all their money fishing tournaments, or they're not going to want to fish with you for fun because you can catch more than them. So keep this between us, guaranteed to work, scientifically proven. You heard it from me first.